Hello everyone. We are group 3. So now we will discuss about the fundamental skills. First is serve. The serve is a method of throwing the ball and then hitting it over the net to start play. So it is only skills in volleyball in which the player has complete control of the ball. So the server stands alone outside the court waiting for a signal from the referee. So ang serve, ito ang unang hakbang upang masimulan ang laro. So hanggang sa may makakuha na ng puntos sa iba't ibang team. The serve is extremely important because it's the only way to make points. It is necessary to do more than just get the ball over the net. So each player one the learn should be able to place serve accurately anywhere in the opponent's court. So anytime you can put the opponents on the defensive with your serve, you are that much closer to winning the game. So there have three types of serve. I mean five. So first is the underhand serve. So is is usually the first type of serve taught to beginner players. So this serve volleyball serve in which the ball is given a slight underhand toss from about waist high and then stuck with a close first by the opposite hand. So makita sa picture ng underhand serve kanang nasa picture. Una nga picture mao nay underhand serve. So ang pinakamadaling uri ng serve at ito ang unang tinuturo sa mga baguhan pa lamang. So ang pangalawa ay ang overhand serve. So, it's done by tossing the ball up into the air, then strike it with the opposite hand above the shoulder. So, it is used by the majority of leading player because it can be placed accurately and if delivered correctly, will float or wobble. So, putting the opponent on the defensive because he will have to make a quick adjustment to receive the ball. It often causes the receiver to make either an off-center or illegal pass. So, ang overhand serve is mas malakas at mas mabilis kaysa underhand serve. So, ito ang karaniwang ginagamit ng mga mas bihasang manlalaro. At ang pangatlo ay ang float serve. The float serve is done by contracting the ball in such a way that the ball doesn't spin, which makes it more likely to float. So a floater is much tougher to pass because the flight of the ball is much less predictable. So the volleyball is floating action is similar to knuckleball. So float serve is isang serve na halos walang ikot or spin ang bola. So dahil dito, hindi predictable ang galaw ng bola habang lumilipad kaya mahirap itong tanggapin sa mga kalaban. So ang apat ay ang jump serve. So, is a serve in which the server tosses the ball. So, takes up approach and jumps to spike the ball. So, because of the importance of timing the toss and jump, the jump serve can be very difficult to learn. So, ang jump serve is isang serve kung saan ihahagis ang player ang bola, tatakbo ng konti, tatalon at hahampasin ang bola sa ere. At ang panghuli ang roundhouse serve. So ang roundhouse serve ay ito ang pinakamahirap na serve. So Roundhouse serve is also known as windmill or hook or smash serve. The roundhouse is rarely used because it's so difficult to serve in consistently. For this serve, the server faces the sideline being perpendicular to the end line. So, isang serve na ginagawa ah, sa paikot na galaw ng braso, parang windmill. At bihira itong gamitin dahil mahirap itong kontrolin. Siguro ang may kaya nito ay yung matagal nang naglalaro ng volleyball.
And
Dito,
now we proceed to type of pass. First is the forearm pass. The forearm pass, commonly known as the bump in volleyball, is a fundamental technique used to control and direct the ball. It involves joining your hand together to create a flat platform with your forearm and letting the ball bounce off them useful to pass it to a team. So ang kaning forearms pass is important because it's a technique where the player uses their forearm para ipasa ang bola padung sa ka-teammate. And then karaniwa pud ning gigamit kung ang bola kay nasa ubos sa abaga like sa pagdawat sa serve or pagdepensa sa kusog nga spike gikan sa kontra. So dapat ang kanina ay forearms pass, duha ka kamot ang gamiton dinhi para musaw sa bola. And then aritas overhead pass front and back. The overhead pass is a technique used to receive, redirect, or set the ball when it is above head level. Players position themselves directly under the ball and push it upward using their fingertips and legs for control, directing it to a teammate or over the net. Ang overhead pod mao ni siya ang also called overhand pass. Ito ay isang technique na ang mga lalaro uses their fingertip o kamay para ipasa o iset ang bola habang ang bola ay nasa ibabaw ng kanilang ulo. Usually, ginagamit din ito to set up the ball patungo sa teammate or para ipasa ito sa mga player para sila ay maka-spike. And then, ang back overhead passing, often called a back sit or back pass, is a technique where a player faces one direction but pushes the ball backward over their head to a teammate. It is primarily used in volleyball to catch opponent off guard by changing the direction of the player or of the play. Ang back overhead naman ay natawag din itong backseat. Isa itong technique na ang players and usually ang mga seater ang mupas o musit sa bola gamit ang ilahang kamot ibabaw sa ulo. And then isa na para i-direct ang mga kanilang likod para mapunta sa ka-teammate, and ginagamit din ito para malito ang depensa ng opponent. So ang back overhead passing ay isa din siya sa mga technique para kanang gigamit siya para malito ang mga depensa sa opponent, which is kanang ay patalikod nimo siyang itira padong sa imuhang kauban. And then next is how to execute the dig. A dig is a defensive move used to prevent an attack or spike ball from hitting your court floor. To execute, assume a low athletic stance with your weight on your toes. Face the hitter quickly, extend your arms to form a flat platform with your hands, and absorb the ball impact on your forearm to direct it toward your sitter. So ang pag-execute ng dig ay nangangahulugang to stop the powerful spike o tira sa pikas nga team para dili sila maka-score. Anja nag-need po na siya og correct posture, fast reaction and control pod sa imuhang arm. So ang kaning dig di ay mo ni siya ang defensive move nga para ma-prevent nato ang mga attacking nga gikan sa atong opponent, which is i-avoid nato nga makahit sila sa ato ang floor. So mo ni ang gamiton nato na dig, dali jay duha ka buok, which is ang two arms dig and one arm dig. Ang two arm mo ni sadya ang this is the standard and most highly recommended technique because it offer better control. So ang two arm mo na sadya katong duha ka kamot bitaw nga kato na ay mo iimos diyang isaw sa bula nga kanang complicated na siya nga nanad sa padung sa floor bitaw niya. Para di sila maka-score ang mga opponent nato mo na atong gamiton ang kaning two arm maoy standard and most highly recommended nga gamiton. And then ang one arm pod mo ni sadya ang this is an emergency technique used when the ball is traveling too fast or is hit too far outside your body to reach with both arm. Ang one arm pod mo ni sadya gigamit sa mga emergency technique na which is kanang complicated na bitaw sadya nga kanang og magduha-duha pa kagamot murag di na kaya makuhan sa time na duhaon nimo kakamot, so mao na nga ang gamiton nga kuan kanina lang isa, which is kaning dig mo na sadya ag kanang naay proper nga pagkuan sa bola para to avoid nga ang mga opponent nato maka-score. And then nag-need pod na sadya og proper nga mga execute. So ari na pud ta sa the spike. The spike is the method of smashing the ball into the opponent court. Its primary offense play used to score points. It involved a player taking fast approach, jumping high, and forcefully hitting the ball with an open palm downward over the net so it landly sharply in the opponent's court. So ang spike o paghampas ng bola patungo sa opponent, naglangkob na sadya og naglangkob po ni siya sa mga players nga mudagan og kusog, moambak og taas og maghatag po sila powerful nga spike or powerful nga hampak sa bola padung sa pikas court. Ang proper nga pag-execute ani dapat bukad ang atong palad og i-spike ang bola paubo sa net para mo land sharply sa opponent nga court. So ang spike maghatag ka og kusog nga persa nga i-smash nimo ang bola padung sa ato ang opponent nga court. And next, how to execute the tip. The tip of dink is a soft fingertip push of the ball from a spike approach. It is intended to suppress a defensive that expect a hard-driven spike. Excuse me. The tip is the easiest shot in volleyball. The approach for the tip is a follow. At the peak of the attacker jump, the player reaches as high as possible and touch the ball with all 5 fingers. The ball is pushed softly using the entire arm. The wrist and elbow move very little. So ang tip pod o clean kay usa sa hinay nga pag-itsa gamit ang mga tumoy sa tudlo. It is intended para makurat ang depensa sa pikas nga nagpaabot og kusog kaayo nga hampak sa pinakataas nga lukso sa attacker. Iabot ang bola og iduso kini gamit ang tibuok bukton samtang ang pulso o siko gamay ra kaayo ang lihok. So ang kaning tip mo ni sadya ang attack nga magamit og tudlo nato, which is kanang naay pangkuan ra sadya kang pampailad sa kontra bitaw nga mag-expect sila nga ang imong gamiton kusog kaadyo nga persa, pero ang kuan di ay hinay ra kaadyo nimo sa kuan kanang kabantay mo kana nay duha ka kana nay player sa net nga pikas-pikas nga kana nay inig tira nila sa bola nga nga agana nay sa agpikas pod burag ija ra betang ijarang hawiran ra og gamay or kana na ay i-push ra gamay ag bola padung sa court sa pikas. So ingana sadya para mag-expect ang pikas or ang opponent nga kusog kaadyo ang atong gihatag nga kuan, pero hinay ra day sadya. And then arata sa how to execute the off-speed spike. An off-speed spike, like a roll shot or tip, describes the timing of the opposing block and defense. To execute it, perform your regular approach and jump right before contact. Decelerate your arm swing, keep your wrist close, and use your fingertip to direct the ball cleanly over the blockers into open court. So, ang up speed, same ni siya sa roll shot or kato na ay kuan, tip. Ginagamit ito para sirain ang timing or ang block o depensa ng opponent. I-execute ito sa pamamagitan ng normal na approach ng jump. Sa dili pa maigo ang bola, hinaya lang ang pagpalo o decelerate and ipabilin nga relax ang pulso and use the fingertip direct the ball ibabaw sa blocker patungo sa bakante nga part sa court. So ang kaning na ay kaning speed kuan ay spike mao ni siya ang ang kanina ay gigamit siya para kanana ay gubon bitaw ang timing sa mga blocker or depensa sa opponent. So which is mangita ka og kanana ay time nga ang kanang blocker imong ipaagi ang bola sa ibabaw nila, mangita ka og kanang pwesto bitaw nga pwede nimo didto itira ang bola para maka-score mo. And then how to execute the hard driven spike. In the hard driven spike, contact the ball with the heel of an open hand cutting into the center back. At contact, forcibly snap your wrist and drop your arm toward your wrist. The wrist snap imparts top spin, causing the ball to drop quickly to the floor. The follow through is the same as that for the off speed spike. So, that's sila similarities ang hard driven spike ug off speed spike. So which is ang hard driving para sa malakas at pinalakas pa jud nga hampas, and then mao ni sadya ang gigamit nga paghapak sa bola gamit ang kumo or kanang bukas bitaw nga pad sa tunga sa likod nga bahin niini. So kaning na ay hard driving spike mo ni ang kanang kusog gaadyo nga paghampak sa bola nga gigamit sa ato ang mga players.
So now let's proceed to the block. The block is a method of driving an attack ball back into opponent's court. It takes place next to the net and is volleyball's first line or defense. The blocking motion is as simple and compared to the spike. Effortless, it gains strong results from staying, that is, from holding its position. The blocker's hand remains over the net, stopping the ball after the spiker's hand has gone. The most powerful block stems from a powerful spike. So how to execute the single block? Paano nga ba natin i-execute ang single block? So as the blocker, begin by standing within 1/4 of the net facing the opposite court. Your hands are out your sides at shoulder level. Palms facing forward with fingers spread wide. Watching the opposite setter, wait until the ball is sent to the hitters across the net from your position on the court. Then change to watch the attackers until the ball comes into view. It attempts also to the line of one half body with toward the opponent's hitting side. Immediately after the attacker's jump, bend your knees and jump. Reach over the top of the net, your hands penetrating into your opponent's court, and position your hands to the bolts of the attacker's hitting arm. Attempt to make the ball rebound of your hands back into the opponent's court. Return to the floor with a two-footed landing immediately and turn off the net to locate the position of the ball. So in preparation, first is focus on the setter. The second is after set, focus on the attacker. Third one is position one-on-one half body wed to the attacker's hitting side. And the fourth is wait for the hands at shoulder level. Fifth is spread your fingers, and next, after the center contacts pass, bend knees and raise your hand. And lastly is keep high position over movement. And the execution is jump just after the attacker's jump. Second is penetrate into opponent's court, withdraw hands, return to floor, and lastly land on 2 feet. So let's proceed to follow through. First is bend the knees to cushion landing. Second is turn away from the net, look for the ball, return to original position, and lastly, prepare for the next play. And now let's proceed to the how to execute multiple blocks. The execution of the double and triple blocks is similar to the execution of the single block. The main difference is that 2 or 3 players join together to block. So when you say the block, sa kataog kinunhang giingon, ang mo-blocker dito is one person ra. So dani sa kaning how to execute multiple blocks, dili na isa ka tawo mo blocks kundi daghan. So as you can see sa picture, na more tulo sila ni block, ay magtulo sila ni block sa net. So when the middle blocker is blocking and the opponent's set is high enough, both outside players move to join the middle players, forming a triple block. During this block, the middle blocker hands directly lined up with the ball, and the outside blockers take away the angle. So in preparation, first is focus on the setter, and second, after the set, focus on the attacker. Third one is position one half body with to attacker's hitting side. Fourth is wait with the hands at shoulder level. Spread your fingers. After setting contacts pass, bend knees and raise hand. Keep high position during movement. And lastly, focus on players sitting the block. So in execution, jump just after attacker's jump. Second, penetrate into opponent's court. Jump simultaneously within the other blocker. Withdraw hands, return to the floor, and lastly land on 2 feet. So let's proceed to follow through. First is bend knees to cushion landing. Turn away the net, return to original position, and lastly, prepare for next play. So that's all.